Good morning. I'm Kathy McCready, and I'm here today to present a Godly Play story called Easter Eggs. We are in the season of Easter. We are close to the mystery of Easter. There are all kinds of ways to come close to that mystery. Some are done in church, and some are done outside church. One of the things done outside church is decorating Easter eggs. Easter eggs, the only trouble is that many people have forgotten about Easter eggs. They don't even know the story of Easter eggs. Let me tell you the story. There was an old man and an old woman who lived just outside the walls of the city of Jerusalem. They had everything they needed. They had a garden to grow vegetables. They had trees to give them apples and figs and dates. They had chickens to give them eggs. In the morning, the old man would go to the hen house and say to the hens, "Good morning, may I have some of your eggs?" And the hens would say yes. They gladly gave him the eggs. There were plenty. There were so many that on some days he would put the eggs in the basket and go to the city to sell them. One day, he went to the city of Jerusalem with a basket full of eggs and a white cloth covering them. He went in through a high gate and went along a narrow stone street. As he came closer to one of the wider streets, there was a huge crowd. They were strangely quiet. He pushed his way through the crowd. They were strangely quiet. He pushed his way through the crowd with his basket of eggs to see what was going on. This is what he saw. The Roman soldiers were taking 3 people through the city to crucify them outside the city walls. They were carrying the crosses they were to be nailed to. One of them stumbled and almost fell as the old man watched. He couldn't help it. He stepped out from the crowd and caught the heavy wooden beam before he fell. Together, they carried the piece of wood outside the walls. The old man stayed the whole day. Even when it got dark and it started to rain, he stayed there. He watched the mother and the others standing there. They were watching the man in the middle. And finally, he died. They took the man down and carried him away, putting him in the stone tomb. He started back toward the city. And then suddenly, when he went through the sad gate, he remembered his eggs. Where were they? He hurried back to the basket. Hurried. Then he remembered. He had put the basket down to help. How could they be there? Too many people were hungry, and they would love the eggs. And the eggs were so precious that even the people who weren't hungry would want them. He turned the corner and, like a joke, looked at the place he had put down the basket. It was still there. It was there. He rubbed his eyes. He looked again. He couldn't believe it. It was really there. When he pulled out one of the eggs, he could not believe his eyes. It was a jewel. It was colored like a jewel. A green one, too. He could not believe that his white eggs were now jewels. The old man picked up the basket and pulled back the cover. The basket was covered with colored eggs and designs. The eggs were trying to say what had happened that day. Colors and designs that told the story of what happened that day. When the man told this story, people began to color eggs too. At Easter time, and they still do this very same thing today. Some don't even know, though, why they do it. They do not know the story of the man who brought the eggs and helped the man who was dying. So there are some beautiful eggs, just like the ones that we have here that I want to show you. There's a blue egg and a green egg and the red egg you've been looking at and the yellow egg. And as we look at these eggs, we see that they're very colorful and they have designs on them. And these are called Ukrainian eggs because they were first made in a country called Ukraine. Let's look at these eggs a little more. Let's see, we already called them blue, green, red, yellow. But the colors have some special meanings. Let's keep this one first. Colors have very special meanings that I'd like to share with you. The blue one means healthy. So if you give a blue egg to someone, you're wishing them health. The green egg means money. So if you were giving a green egg to someone, it would mean that you hope that they would have enough money. The red egg is a very important egg because the red stands for love. And we all know if we give a red egg, it means that we wish that person love. And the yellow egg means spiritual, means loving God. And that's one of the most important things, loving God. But these eggs don't only have color, they have meanings because of the designs on those eggs. So I'm going to reach over and show you some of the designs. Let's start with the yellow one. I'm going to come up close to the camera and you can see the yellow one is a circle at the top. It's all the way around a circle. There's a top. And that is a symbol of the sun. So, not surprising, people put together circles and yellow to represent the sun. Now these two, the red one and the green one, let me show those up close to the camera. They have flowers on the top. Do you see the flowers on the top of those? And flowers mean love. And so if you remember when we were talking about colors, that red means love. So if you have an egg that's red and has flowers, you're saying, I love, love, love to the person you give that egg to. And then we have this one, the blue one. The blue one has a star on the top of it. And the star on an egg is a sign of a rose. So if you give someone an egg with a star on it, it's like you're giving that person a rose. So these colors and designs have been used by very many people. And I want to show you one more picture. And I'm going to bring it up close to the camera again. And this is a picture of a festival in Ukraine at Easter time, because they started the eggs that are called Ukrainian eggs. They still celebrate, but these eggs are made to look like eggs, but they're as big as people, and you can walk around and see all the decorated eggs. And so if you look at that one egg that has a blue bird, that egg is a very special egg because the color blue can mean healthy, and the bird is a symbol for may all your wishes come true. So if you ever make a blue bird on an Easter egg and you give it to someone, that means that you are wishing them health for a very long time. So these are very special eggs, these colors and designs that other people have used. But there's no one else in the world who knows what your egg is supposed to be. Only you can decide what color and symbols represent you. I'm going to show you how to make a little booklet so that you can make an egg that looks just perfect for who you are. And so here is what you do. You fold, get a paper about this big, you fold it one way like this so it lines up. Make a crease. Fold it again the opposite way. Make a crease. And so then you have a little book that opens up. So what we'd like you to do is to make a big egg on the front of your book, and then you decide what is the designs and what are the colors that are all about you. And when you open it up, if you're able to write yourself, write down what does that color and that design represent you. There could be lots of things that represent you. So that's a little project you can do, maybe with somebody at your house. So we've talked a lot about Easter and the importance of Easter eggs, that they mean something based on their colors and their symbols, and they remind us of what Jesus did for us that day. So it's very exciting. But you know what? I wonder about things. I wonder. The first thing I wonder about, which of the colors and the designs do you like best? I wonder. I wonder which of the colors and designs are the most important. I wonder. I wonder which colors and designs are especially about you. You're the important one. Which ones are about you? That's what I really wonder. I wonder if these are all the designs we need. We talked about some. Do we need more designs? I wonder. Do we have too many? I wonder. Or maybe we need more. Maybe the ones you draw in your little book. I wonder. Have fun making your Easter booklet with your colors and your designs. Make that booklet look like you, whoever you are. Make that yours. And I want to remind the parents who are watching, or someone older who's watching with you, to remember that today, Sunday, April 19th, we're going to have a virtual Easter egg hunt on Zoom. Missy's really excited, and so am I. So I hope to see you there on Zoom, and maybe you'll even show one of the booklets you've made with your egg that's all about you. Happy Easter season. Happy Easter mystery. Bye now.